Hello there, and welcome back to Vault Hunters 118. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Now, right now, we are waiting for patch 4 to land on CurseForge. And one of the big changes is they are removing the ability to use splash potions in the vault. So I figure, before the patch lands, let's craft up a quick crystal and jump into a vault. Let's also take this moment, this opportunity, to... Never mind, I already did that. Ooh, alright, it's my first time in this icy cave biome. And opulent. 5% item quantity. Well, that's going to stack nicely with my +5 and +4 on my gear. Now, my last episode should have only aired about 2 hours ago from when I'm recording this. I was not feeling great the past few days, and I just didn't have the energy to edit, which I'm sorry for. Going to probably change how I record, in what batches I record, so that it's easier for me to edit even if I'm not feeling 100%. As for what we're going to be doing in here, I really want to keep an eye out. I did not expect... Oh, that could have been very bad. Whew. Okay, as I was saying, I want to keep an eye out for ores, since we need... This guy's going to kill me if I'm not careful. I need to keep an eye out for ores. I need 4 Larimore and 9 Beniatite in order to craft our Knowledge Star and our first pouch. So, we're going to run around, mostly searching for the obelisks and ores. I'll try to ignore most other things if I can. And I also heard another spawner. Hmm. Well, since we're here. Let's see if triggering spawners as soon as I walk into a room. I wonder what there's silverfish doing in ores. I wonder if the ice is keeping all the mobs from spawning, because that should have definitely spawned about 4. Only 1 ended up spawning. Six minutes. I don't think I'm going to find the monoliths. Something down there. Ooh, that's a monolith. Okay. How do I safely get down there? Okay, something right up there. Ah, it's an altar. That's where I started. Okay, I need to go 2 back, 1 over, and then come back again. That may have just cost me. Mumbo. That was very close. Unfortunately, did not get anything I was hoping for. I think I got like 1 Larimar. Alright, be back in a minute with the tallies. So our haul, 1 Bennyatite. There's other good stuff in here, but That's why I need a 9 of. I got 1. Alright, well, let's open our relic pack. Nada. That's alright. I think we now have enough to make another shulker. Yes, we do. Nice. This can stay here. Nothing else really jumps out at me. A little more skill essence, a bit more knowledge essence. Potion's useful, because I could just upgrade that to a rank 2 and have it for when patch 4 goes through. Again, patch 4, you're no longer going to be able to use splash potions in vaults, but you can use regular potions. Another nice feature that should be landing with patch 4 is it will tell you on the overlay where you can find the items. So, for example, knowledge essence will say common chests and living chests. Next task is we are going to build a bamboo farm. It's going to be similar design to the sugarcane farm I built in the last episode. Slight tweaks. And I will bring you guys back when I have everything ready. Alright, this is where I'm going to be sticking the bamboo farm. Carved out this area. It's going to be 9 blocks this way. We're going to have 15 pistons and a little room for redstone, and it's 8 blocks tall. Well, technically it's 10 right now because I got to include the rails, but the bamboo is going to be allowed to grow 8 blocks tall, so that when they're broken, they should produce about 4 stacks of bamboo and about 1 stack of shoots, which is enough to be picked up by 1 hopper minecart in 1 pass. Therefore, I don't have any lost product. Alright, so I'm going to lay down the bottom layer. I'm going to use the dot blocks like I did below with the sugarcane farm. And I'm going to run the rails on top of that. Oh, I forgot to grab redstone. I'm going to have to go back and grab some redstone blocks. But as you can see, we've got 35 pistons, so we're going to have 2 rows of 15, and then 1 row of 5, making a U shape. We're going to have the 1 observer at the 8 tall block on top of a on top of a torch tower that when the observer updates, send a signal down the torches, which will fire off all the pistons in the series. Alright, I'll be back once I have the first level laid out and the rails and redstone set. Alright, this is the rail setup. When this rail gets powered, of course, it's a hopper minecart off. Under where all these rails are is where all the bamboo drops should drop. It's there, reverses its route, picks up anything it missed on the first run through, and then it'll come back to the unpowered rail, stop, and of course unload. Just like that. Okay, so this is the next layer. As you see, we've got 15 pistons on each side. We've got a repeater to continue the signal. And we're going to have a torch tower coming down about here. So when the signal arrives, every piston pops out, breaking 35 different bamboo. Then it drops. We'll have another signal coming out, going down to that block, which will signal the cart to start going. Alright, the walls are up now to keep the bamboo from flying everywhere. And the ceiling will be slabbed over in the near future. And now we go along, put all the bamboo down. We'll also toss one or two of the lights in the wall and in the ceiling, possibly even the floor. But here, so the bamboo's gonna start growing, and when it hits that observer, it will trigger all the pistons, knocking them all down. Still have to run the redstone down, but that should give you an idea of how this is going to work. Unfortunately, unlike my other farms, I've got this essentially backwards, so I cannot look in on the farms from the walkway. But that's not really too much of an issue. Well, after about 20 minutes of trying unsuccessfully to do this using a torch tower, I'm just doing observers. So when this observer is updated by the growing bamboo, sends a tick out, activates the redstone, which sends the signal down the observer line into the redstone here, which goes down, lights the repeater, which activates the rail, and sends the hopper minecart out along the route and then back, picking up any bamboo that's fallen down in that time. As I said, I'm going to go put some of the lamp blocks, which look like that, into the walls, thus produce the same amount of light as an actual torch. You could implant them in the walls, and that will make sure all of these can actually grow. And then once that's done, you just need to button this up with the paper walls and the the dab block borders and some stripped dark oak, that's what it's called, and that will be complete. And then to show you it activating. In a moment, yep, everything's getting picked up by the minecart. Can't take a moment to point out, I know these are from two different mods, but it does kind of disappoint me that they don't have the connected texture. Anyway, the bamboo farm is done. I'm just going to remove the cobblestone ring that I was using for scaffolding. And that's the next farm in the series. We have updated to version 4 of Vault Hunters. And as I mentioned earlier, there are a few changes. 1. You can no longer use splash potions in the vault, but normal potions can still be used. Additionally, you see I can shift over this and it'll tell me where I can find specific vault items in the vaults. So for example, if we are looking for knowledge essence, we can see completion crates, living chests, and wooden chests can yield knowledge essence. You can also check using JEI if you don't have the item but are still looking for it. Another change is the addition of a new, I don't know if it's a theme or just a room, but it's the chromatic caves. You'll be able to mine chromatic iron, ore, and vault stone, which will help you if you are having trouble finding chromatic iron or vault stone. And it's also quite useful if you're playing Skyblocks. Skyblocks has also been terrain generation has been fixed, if I remember correctly. Have to check that. Well, those are all the major updates I can remember off the top of my head. So, let's jump into the next vault. Oh, look at that. Holiday themed. Candy canes and all. This is gilded, which means that there will be gilded chests just lying around. Purple gumdrops. Okay, you know what? I'm going to get too distracted. Alright, so we have 4 monoliths. I don't think I'm going to find them. But we do have gilded. Gilded means that there will literally be gilded chests just lying around on the path that can be looted without having to fight any mobs for them. These presents are going to trick me so much. What in the world? Being attacked by gummy bears. course, the irony's not lost on me. I get gilded. I get a gilded vault. I can't tell which ones are gilded chests. Here we go. Here's one of the other changes. All vault ores now show up as vault rock. I have no idea what room this is. Is it a mega room? Is it a challenge room? Oh, I can buy a gem. Yeah, let's reinforced. I'm not sure what that actually does at the moment. I'll have to look it up later. Okay, we got 2 minutes. Let's get out of here. Ooh, almost enough to level up. I'm gonna go grab a burger, and we'll be level 7. Let's start the emptying out process though first. All right, we'll be back to that in a minute. All right, level 7. All right, well, I will think about this between episodes. I'm either going to go with Frost Nova, which will allow me to freeze mobs in a radius around me, or Dash, which will allow me to, well, dash forward just a little bit faster. I'll make getting around vaults a little easier, and also allow me to get out of tricky situations. And this is our haul for today. 6 shulker shells. That's that I brought with me. So that's pretty nice. A lot of Larimar. Only one Benetite. Again, a little annoying because I need. Oh, that's 9, and I need 7 more in order to make the knowledge star. I now have enough Larimar to make the pouch as soon as I have the knowledge star. 10 soul shards. These are used with now the black market to buy products. And now, since I actually have soul shards, we might as well craft up a black market. I'll need 4 of those. A bunch of chromatic iron, which I have downstairs. So, every 24 hours, the shop resets. Here you can see if I had 72 soul shards, I could buy 16 diamonds. Or 375 could buy a mystery hostile egg. Or for 561, I could buy a vault diamond. Or I can gamble for 350. So, vault shards are going to be very useful. I don't quite have the way to gather up a lot of them just yet. Okay, so this is what a scout likes to do. You make 1 unobtainium block out of 4 of these unobtainium. Then you break it down, you get 5. Repeat. And you can just keep duping the block. The block doesn't really have any use other than to place it, though it does take a while to break. I will probably not be using them, but they're cool to have. Now, this is a jewel that can be added to a vault pickaxe. I'm not 100% sure what the reinforced modifier does. I'm going to have to look that up. But getting this is pretty cool. And of course we have 2 relic booster packs, which yielded nothing. Alright, that's about it, looks like. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Gonna need to go sit down between episodes and figure out what other things to add to my little to-do board downstairs. But till then, hope you had a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.